Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 112 Collective Deadpool X-Men version from Mezco Toyz. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in a yellow box with the X-Men logo printed at the center. Turning the box around, we can see some artwork of Deadpool. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Deadpool out of the box. And man, I love this figure. The colors are so vibrant that he really stands out on your shelf amongst your other 112 figures. He's got really great articulation, really cool accessories, and overall just a really awesome figure of Deadpool. I was very excited when he got announced, and I am so stoked that he's finally a part of my collection. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. So Deadpool does come with a good amount of accessories. Starting off, he comes with 2 interchangeable head sculpts and 4 pairs of interchangeable hands. Next up, he comes with an assault rifle with removable clip, 4 explosive grenades for the assault rifle, a pistol with removable clip, his sword, and 4 grenades. And lastly, he does come with a circular base stand with the X-Men logo printed atop. He also comes with an articulated arm that articulates at 4 points with a clip. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Deadpool. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Mezco 112 Deadpool. Now, I have been really excited for this figure ever since it was announced. I'm actually a really huge Deadpool fan, and I'm not talking one of those Deadpool fans who've only been fans for the past maybe 5 to several years. No, I've been a big Deadpool fan since the early mid-90s, excuse me. He's just always been one of my favorite characters. He's really stood out to me. As far as favorite Marvel characters go, it's him and Captain America. And I know it's probably an odd combination, but I absolutely love these 2 characters, and I'm so happy that we're getting a Deadpool 112 figure. Not only this one, but we're getting 2 others, the Standard Red and the X-Force Gray. But this one's cool because it's the X-Men version of Deadpool. So here he is in his X-Men colors. So very, very cool. I love the aesthetics of this. I love the fact that it's so bright and colorful. The colors are really bold and they really stand out when with this figure. I think they'll really pop on your shelf too. Very nicely sculpted for the most part. Look, the head looks really, really good. I love that head quite a bit. We do get 2 heads. The only thing is, like, since we have 2 heads, as you can kind of see, like, right there, I know they don't look dramatically different, but this one right here kind of has one more, the eye right here a little more open, and this one a little more squinty, where this is more of a straightforward head. I kind of wish we had something a little more dramatic, but we get those 2, so it's not too bad. One thing I did notice, if you pop this head off, they're just on little ball pegs, and they come off pretty easy. We can take the head from the newest Marvel Legend, this one, and kind of fit it on there, and it actually looks, in my opinion, pretty good. I think the scales pretty well for the most part. It doesn't stay on there perfectly because it doesn't like pop on, because you can see kind of see just how easy I put it on and off, and it kind of doesn't really stay, but you still can kind of rest it on there if you wanted to, and you can still have that like that, so you can still kind of move it around, you know, do that, look up and down with it, all those things that you want to do. So in case you wanted to do that, that is something you could do. Maybe just put a little sticky tack in there, pop that head on, and then you have the option of having an unmasked Deadpool if you like. So that's just something I noticed I thought was very, very cool to do. So let's put this head back on. So I love the suit. The suit is a very nice, soft material here that actually has enough stretch and give to it to where it really doesn't hinder the articulation all that much, which I really do appreciate. So the head sculpt looks very, very nice. Lots of sculpted detail on that. You can see the paint on the eyes, that eyeballs themselves are actually a little more glossy, so that actually makes them a little more realistic. Love the seam line and whatnot. You can see the ears under the mask and whatnot. All looks very, very cool. Got the sword scabbard or sheath right here. Looks very nice. You can see even some dents and scratches and whatnot, some silver studding and whatnot. You get his katana back here, which is very, very cool. Nicely sculpted as well. And a nice blue and gold handle, which is very, very cool. He can hold it in his gripping hand just like so. So you put that on there. And he holds that very, very well. I like that a lot. I kind of wish that he got 2 swords, but I do believe it's accurate to the comic book where he only had 1 sword with this suit. So I could be wrong, so correct me in the comments. But again, with the gloves, those look very, very nice too. Nice sculpting in the gloves and whatnot. All looks very, very cool. See that right there? Nice like lining detail and scratches in the yellow and whatnot. Fingers look very, very good. I love the fact you get the X-Men logo right here and then the Deadpool logo right there. I think that's very, very awesome. The boots came out very nice. I love these quite a bit. Again, you can see like the sculpting of like the scratches and the dents and whatnot and the marks. Look very, very cool. Nice tread on the bottom of his boots. Those look very, very cool. Nice paint detailing all around. I just think this is a very aesthetically pleasing figure. I know some people think it looks a little too much. It's a little too gaudy and bright and whatnot, but I don't know what it is. I actually really, really like it. So I think it's very, very awesome. So let's talk about some of his accessories. So we do get the stand. You can see I have it right here. Basic stand with the X-Men logo and a clip. Again, still some of the best stands that I've ever seen with action figures. So I love that quite a bit. You get a bunch of interchangeable hands. Just pop them off and on the straight little peg that we get like with all Mezco 112 figures. And then I actually really like this hand right here. Look at that. I think that's so awesome. Just putting that little sign right there. Because it's funny because I actually do that quite a bit. That, hey, like that. I actually do that often, and a lot of people that know me know that I do that a lot, especially my students at the school I work for. I do that so much, so I think it's cool that we get a hand that's actually like that. He does get these little grenades. You know, he always calls these pineapples, any types of grenades like this. You get really nice sculpt with those, nice dark gunmetal, and you get the same kind of like painted to look like they have like the Deadpool face on there with the red eyes and that. So very, very cool. We also do get this assault rifle, which is pretty cool, pretty awesome. It is double-barreled. You can see it does have a grenade launcher in there, so very, very nice. The bullet effect piece from the Punisher will fit in there, just so you heads up if you guys have that Punisher. The clip does come off, and you can even see the bullet sculpted in there, which is pretty awesome. This actually does cock back and forth just like that, so you can actually take what it comes with as these explosive grenade shells, and you can actually kind of like load those in there if you want, which I thought was pretty interesting that you can do that. Look at this. I'm putting a couple in there. If I could do them, see, yeah, it cocks it in there. There you go. See that? And kind of like cocks them in there. You can kind of even put them in from the front, and he could just hold them in there. I think that's pretty awesome. That's just some extra that they did that. I think it was pretty cool. But again, great sculpt. Love this rifle. You can see the scratching and the silver wash that's over the black. That all looks really good. It makes it look a lot more realistic. I love this rifle quite a bit. He does have 2 trigger holding hands, or gun holding hands with the trigger fingers for both hands, and it holds on very tight. Very nice. I like that a lot. Very well done. And then he also does get a pistol, just like that. Looks very good. Again, all black with some of that silver washing on it. And then the same thing, the clip does come off and you can see the bullet right in there, which is pretty cool. Again, he can hold it in either of his gripping hands with the trigger finger, and that's pretty awesome. I like that a lot too. So very, very cool that we get a lot of options, and I think it's a pretty decent amount of weapons for the most part. One thing I will note, you know, he doesn't really necessarily have anywhere to store these grenades, but what I did, I kind of just clipped them on the belt like that. You can kind of just dress them up a bit and put them on along the belt, and they will hold there like that for the most part. I don't know if that's necessarily what they're meant for, but you can do that, which I think is still pretty cool for the most part. Alright, now let's take a look at articulation. So the head is on a ball joint. It does roll around just like so, turns left and right, looks up and down pretty good, and pivots side to side. The arms can go all the way up about that far, which is pretty good, down like that, out like that. We do get a butterfly joint in there, so you can see the shoulder kind of goes forward like that, so you can bring the arm more across his chest, which works pretty nice. We get a bicep swivel, allows you to rotate left and right. Double jointed elbows, that work pretty nice. A glove cut, rotates left and right. A wrist joint allows you to rotate and hinge up and down and kind of roll around a little bit with that peg. We get a double ball joint that goes in from the chest through the abdomen into the lower crotch, so it can go roll around just like that. Very nice motion in there. Rotates left and right, pivots side to side, crunch back and forth. Very, very well for the most part. I think it crunches back pretty good, and crunches forward, I think, very nice. So pretty good. Hip joints, they kick forward about that much, back about not so much actually. We do get splits about that far, which I think is okay for the most part. Rotation at the upper thigh, double jointed knees. We do get a boot cut, allows you to rotate left and right. Ankle joint allows you to point the toe up and down, rotate, and a tiny bit of an ankle rocker in there. I think that's the only real major complaint with a lot of people have, or one of the major complaints that people have, is the lack of ankle rocker. I think with a lot of characters like Deadpool and the upcoming Spider-Man figures that we get, they could really benefit from a better ankle rocker. But for the most part, I think this is such an awesome figure. I know he's kind of harder to get now since he is sold out. I was lucky enough to get him on the Mezco website. I know he sold out very fast, I think within the first 2 days of Comic-Con. So I know you're going to be paying aftermarket prices, but if you're a Deadpool fan, or a Mezco 112 fan, or just a fan of really cool action figures, I know you're going to be paying high prices, but that's just what you're going to have to do. I think he's awesome, love the colors, love his accessories, love the articulation, and overall, I think he is definitely a must-get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Deadpool comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and the new Revoltech Deadpool. And for your 112 comparison, here he is standing next to the 112 Collective Classic Yellow Daredevil and the Punisher. And just for fun, here he is standing next to Little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 112 Collective Deadpool X-Men version from Mezco Toyz. Now overall, I just think he's a very cool figure. Mezco yet again completely nailed it. His colors are so vibrant, and I love all his weapons and interchangeable parts. He's got a pretty decent sculpt and paint apps, and I really do love his soft goods. I think he's so awesome, and I think he'd be a great addition to your Deadpool collection or your 112 collection. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.